Hi, this is Mr. Data, and welcome to the Dataverse, where I crunch the numbers so you don't have to. So today we've got a fun one for you, and one that has been highly requested, and that is minions. So we're going to jump right into it here. Today I want to show you how to create minions. Are they useful? How to use them? And why you should use them, because you definitely should. As well as I want to look through some of the different things that you're going to unlock by getting these minions and by getting those mastery tiers up. So this may be a little bit longer of a video, but I think it'll definitely be helpful for all of you. So let's hop into it. First thing we want to check here is if we go over to /masteries, we can check all the different masteries that we have. And my team's worked really hard to get all of these up to a high level. But to show you, you can see right now I've got potato and carrot minions going right now. And those have been working pretty hard. But to start from scratch, I've got some netherwort minions, which if you can see, you have to get at least mastery tier 1 to actually unlock those. Now, how do you get to mastery tier 1? Well, again, back here, you can see like cocoa beans. We have not mastered those at all. We have to get 5,000 points, mastery points for cocoa beans. And like for cactus, we've got a ton there. That's 159,979. And a lot of people have asked about this, because I know cactus minions are super popular. How much do you earn if you break, or how do you earn them? Well, you have to actually manually break them. You have to do that one by one. So remember, we were at 1579. Now we're at 1581. But keep in mind, you can't break just the whole thing. It doesn't count. You have to. It only counts for the ones that you manually actually break. So like that. See, that only put us up 1 point. So you have to actually go through here and mine 5,000 individual cactus. It's going to take a while, but it's definitely going to be worth it. Now, what do you actually get for unlocking these? Well, let's take a look here again. So you can unlock all kinds of different things. So for instance, stone mastery. You can get a double cell, which almost all these, actually, yeah, all of these will have that double cell, triple cell that you'll get. But you can also get a lot of custom items that you can create. Like for instance, the super furnace. Incredibly useful. You got to get it. It smelts something every second. Or for instance, emerald. Once you get to tier 5, you get 100k on login per player per day. So like we've got 7 players. When they log in, once per day, we get 100k for each one of them. So that's an extra 700k that we get for doing absolutely nothing. For instance, let's see here. Iron. If you want to be able to make your own hoppers, you need to up this to make the log hopper, the crop hopper, the mob hopper, the ore hopper, and so on. Lots and lots of useful things. So let's show you those one more time here. If we come over here, we can check out crafting, mastery tools, and the rune pouch. So let's click on crafting. We can view the recipes. So I'm going to start off. I'm going to make netherwort minions just because we're only mastery tier 2 on that right now. So you can search through all of these. Let's see. You can see how we can make them. Oh, whoops. I'll have to go a little while here. All right, wheat. Nope. All right, let's keep going. Oh, here we go. Netherwort minions. So we want to make a tier 1. So that is all of this netherwort and a diamond hoe. So I've gone ahead and brought these over here. And I'm going to make some of those. I'm only going to make 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the reason I'm only making 5 is I've actually already got 20 minions down. And every rank except for Wither Rose, you can only have 20 minions. Now I am Wither Rose, so I get those extra 5 slots. So I'm going to go ahead and make those with you here today. The other really important thing to keep in mind here, these only work while you are online. So put them down, but you have to AFK. if you're not playing, you need to AFK to let these continue to work. So keep that in mind. If whoever makes them, they need to be the person who's going to AFK all the time. Because the other important thing, I think it's PV3. You'll notice all of these are untradeable. So even if I make them, I cannot give them to one of my island mates. They absolutely won't be able to use them. It'll be useless. As you can see, I've got quite a bit of them. You can clear your inventory to get rid of these. I just haven't wanted to. But again, if you're the one making them, you got to be online the whole time. Make sure you're AFK. All right, so let's pull out a bunch of these. Now the neat thing here, I am tier 2 for Nether Wart, but I can actually make past tier 2 on all of these. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to make them as high as I possibly can. So there we go. I've got Nether Wart minions 1. Make all those. All right. Tier 3s, let's make those. Tier 5s, let's clean that out. All right, there's tier 4s. All right, let's pick up some more. Now, what I've been doing here is, to prep for this, I've actually been making a bunch of Nether Warts, so we'd be ready. All right, so tier 4s. There we go, tier 5s. Now, tier 5s, these are going to require a lot of resources to make. You'll notice, all right, so I've got a stack of all of these. That only made 1. So you do need a ton to get to the next tier. And of course, it's going to go up. Now, the question here is why should you upgrade these? I'll show you. So it actually increases how useful they are. We'll show you that here in a second. All right, so if we go over to Masteries, we look at crafting, let's view the recipes. All right, so like tier 1 pig minion. Oh, my bad. Let's come back here. Masteries. Actually, we can just look. So tier 8. Here it is. Tier 8, that gains 1 mastery every 25 seconds. Now, what does tier 7 do? Tier 7, that gains 1 mastery every 30 seconds. It doesn't sound like a huge difference, but if I AFK overnight, that extra 5 seconds shaved off counts for a lot. And that goes all the way up to, let's see, PV4, PV3. Let's check out one of the cactus guys. So like cactus, I've got a tier 10 in here somewhere. There we go, tier 10. Let's put him down and take a look. So that goes all the way up to every 15 seconds. And it starts off at 60 seconds. So it may not sound like it's worth it, but it definitely is. Definitely is. Because the difference in 1 every 15 seconds to 1 every minute when you're AFKing, it's going to make a pretty big difference. All right, so we got those to tier 6. So for right now, I'm going to go to PP4. Put these in here, and then you actually have to make enchanted copies of all this to upgrade it further. We're going to do /mcraft. We're going to make a bunch of this stuff, which honestly I may not have enough. We'll have to see. Yeah, I don't know if we have enough, guys. If not, I'll have to show you with our other ones. Hopefully that's enough. Let's check. All right, we did PV4. All right, let's move those over. Himcraft again. So for the first tier, it takes 2, and then it's 4, and so on. So that is enough to make 1 tier 7. And that's it. So then, all that we have to do is we just place them down. There we go. So those guys are just going to keep on working. Now again, these are pretty low level. This is only tier 6, and that is getting them every 35 seconds. Now the max again is every 15 seconds, which is a lot, but it does take a while to create those, of course. All right. Now the big question is here: is this worth it? Is this something that you want to do, that you want to actually spend your time making? Well, let's take a look at some of those custom items. So again, we're going to go to Craft, all recipes, and here's the items that you can make. Oh, actually, let's go back. We don't want these. I want to do items. All right, here we go. So, let's just run through them here. Super furnace, it smelts every single second. I can show you that. I'll show you a comparison to that, but it is definitely a huge difference. Rune storage. So this one is from Copper Mastery. This means that every 5 runes gives 0.5% chance to get double mastery. I'll show you that one here. Let's take a look here. We'll go to masteries. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I'm getting a 1% chance every time that I do something to get double mastery. But also, each one of these gives a 2.5% chance to get a double drop whenever I'm using one of these resources. Super useful. I will say, though, whenever you're making these little rune pouches, make sure to save up. Don't just make the first one. Don't make the first one. The reason for that is that it takes this one to make this one. It takes this one to make this one. And once you actually use it, it's used up. So you have to make it all over again if you want to make this one and this one. So just make sure and build them up. Now then you can make, these are with nether quartz. You can make these personal boosters. It's pretty nice. Not a huge difference, but if you're using that nice little herbalism farm that we have over there, definitely useful. These XP bottles, it will take you a very, very, very long time to make all the enchanted lapis needed for these, but 500k XP is a lot. And actually, let's take a look at AH, just to show you how much those sell for. So that's, oh wow. That's 1 million XP selling for 25 million. That one is 100,000 selling for 2.5. You can definitely make bank off of these guys. But you do have to spend the time actually making them, and you have to have the mastery to use them. Alright, so let's get back to it. Alright, so back to it. Crafting. Okay. Items. Alright. So, Super Drill, this one's up to you. You can set it up with one of your ore hoppers to automatically feed out. I personally don't think that this one is worth it. I don't think it's all that useful. Log hopper, this one is pretty nice. You can set up your own little hopper farm and have this so it automatically collects all those logs. Leaves you with a lot less cleanup. Ore hoppers, we know how useful those are. Mob hoppers, crop hoppers, we all know how useful those are. These minion boosters. So this sounds really great, but it requires enchanted gold to make these, and they only last for an hour. And it's just 1% chance for double mastery points to be dropped. Personally, I don't think it's worth it. I think that's a waste. All right, so spawn rate accessory increases servants mob spawn rates. These, it's up to you, but again, they're short term. They don't last. Like that one, that's 3 hours. This one doesn't show how long it is, but I believe it is. It's an hour to 3 hours as well. So I don't think it's going to be worth it either. All right, the XP farm. This one, it does only generate 50 XP when placed, and you can have a max of 5, which we've got over here. Now, to make these, you have to create XP bottles. So you've actually got to create the basic, the advanced, and the super XP bottle, which, just to give you an idea, and you have to make the XP one first, it's going to take you a very long time. But one of the key things that we've found with this, with my island, is I placed 3 of these. Steven, one of our island members, he placed 2 of them, and the entire island benefits from that bonus. So with that being said, we've got 7 people on our island. Now you see that little message down there at the bottom that just said plus 250 XP from XP farms. We get that all the time, and it goes to everyone on our island, but you do have to be online for it to count. So definitely, I highly recommend making these. The earlier you can make them, the better. It is extremely resource intensive, but I still think it's worth it for sure. All right, let's check out some of the other ones here. Okay, crafting. Items. All right. Wood crusher. Turns wood as fuel into ores. Again, that's up to you. I think that it's better off for you to actually mine, because mining gets you such a ridiculous amount of sky coins. I highly recommend just use the mine. Wood crusher upgrade, again, it's up to you. I don't think that they're that useful. Super bag, until you get herbalism 1000, this is worth it. This is worth it, absolutely. But it does take a little bit of enchanted wheat to make, but that's not hard to get for those. Alright, next, we've got, the different crop artifacts. Oh, yep, alright, so, next big thing we have here would be the legendary mastery tools. So, your super pick, you have to unlock 6 mining masteries. Doesn't matter which ones, just any 6 mining masteries will count. And then you get your super pick, which the big thing about this one, you can see here it says the following milestone will grant plus 1 fortune, max level 15. So every 5,000 blocks mined until 25,000, every 10,000 until 75,000, and every 25,000 until 15. It also provides a nice little bonus for getting extra mastery points. Let's look at that one here. Let's go ahead and pull them all out. So like mine here, I have mined 75,000 blocks, and now I have Fortune 10 on my pick. That is massive. You combine that with treasury and efficiency, and man, you can make some serious, serious money. But again, to unlock that, you have to have unlocked 6 of any of these masteries to get it. And to make it, just come over here. Making it's actually really easy. Let's see. It can be any ingot, doesn't matter. I'd probably just say use copper because they're cheap and easy. And then a netherite pickaxe. Doesn't matter what you use for the base. I'd recommend using copper because it's cheap. And then your netherite pick. It cannot be a used pick. You have to fix it if it is. And then that's it. Now, also with these, if you destroy any of these, they will lose their enchantments. Like my custom enchants, like Treasury 5 and Miner's Dream 5 and Haste 3, it will lose it. However, it'll keep its stats. So I would lose Treasury 5, Miners, and Haste, but I would keep Efficiency 5, Fortune 10, and Unbreaking 3. Those wouldn't go anywhere. Alright, so next, we've got the Farmer's Harvester. I haven't been doing a lot of harvesting, so mine's not going to be that impressive. But to get this one, you have to get Tier 1 and 6 farming masteries. And it has the same kind of bonus that you get that farming fortune, but it goes up to a max of 25. Let's see where mine is at. I don't have any of them. I haven't got many. I haven't done much farming on these, sadly. The good news with this one, though, is it does not have any durability. You can't break it, so you don't have to worry about that. But also with this one, it has a very unique thing. Let's see. That these will automatically go, once my storage fills up, they will automatically go to my OF. Or I can go to, let's see, FT, and I can enable auto sell. So there we go. I'm enabling auto sell. And as you can see, as I just chug along, it's just going to auto sell those. Now this you can use with the rotating shop. So for instance, I should be doing this with potatoes. Where are potatoes? Here they are. So if I do this with potatoes, let's go ahead and put it up to speed 3. It is also important to mention that you see how it didn't auto replant there? It's because I didn't have any in my inventory. I need to get at least some of those in my inventory so it'll have the ability to replant. Alright, let's just get a bunch of those in my inventory real quick. Alright, cool. Alright, so let's turn that back on. Auto sell. Now watch. Because of rotating shop, look at the money that I'm earning off of that. That's insane. But again, you have to have this this farmer's tool to be able to do this. It'll automatically go to your OF if you have it set up to not sell. But if you do have it set up to sell, then it'll automatically sell, and it will get all of those rotating shop bonuses, which are absolutely wonderful. Alright, well, let's get out of here. Turn back speed 1. Okay. Oh, hey, it's unholy. Looks like he's about to start farming some herbalism farm here. So next, we've got our Slayer Blade. So let's go to Masteries. Oh, I forgot how to craft it. So if we come here. Oh, whoops. Items. Very similar to the other one. Just a stack of any of the crops, doesn't matter which one, and a netherite hoe. Then you can craft it. Same thing though, I've got Crop Duster 5 on it. If I... Oh, never mind, just kidding. I can't break it, so I don't have to worry about losing that one. Alright, let's check out Slayer Blade. So last we've got our Slayer Blade. This one's probably the easiest one to get. You just have to get tier 1 in pig, sheep, cow, and chicken. Those are all the tier 1 mobs. Just get tier 1 in them. That's all you have to do. And it has a similar bonus. It gets plus looting once you get a certain amount of kills. So let's see, like mine, I haven't done much with it, sadly. Looks like I've only got an extra looting because of that. I've got looting 3 because of that, but I need to do more killing mobs. Now, to craft this one does take a lot more to craft. You're going to need mob heads, which you can buy those a lot of time. Again, doesn't matter which kind, but you just need mob heads to fill it up and a standard netherite sword to create it. So let's take a look here. Also, with this one, we can do /SB in the same way, and you can turn on an auto sell on and off. So let's say for here. Actually, what are we doing here? Let's look at the rotating shop. We want to kill zombies. Zombies are going to give us a big bonus. So as you can see, it's automatically selling those. And I can really quickly and easily just cut that right back off. Cut that off. And there we go. Super simple. Automatically filling for me. Alright, so again, that was under SB to access that, to turn that on and off. Or you can type in Slayer Blade to cut that on and off. Makes that really easy. Okay. Alright, so again, guys, keep in mind with these, whoever is going to be the one that's going to be running these, they need to remain online. They need to just remain AFK. It doesn't matter what they're doing, but they have to be online for these to count for anything. And again, with these, you have to manually break the block. It does not count if you break one beneath it. Or if you break the sand, that doesn't count either. That won't get you anything. But guys, that is about it. I do have a lot of other fun videos planned here, but please let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see a little bit more of. And also, guys, I really appreciate all the love that you guys gave on our recent live stream. That was so much fun. And guys, I do plan on doing one of those again. However, I'm thinking that we can focus on just reviewing people's islands, making it a big competition for who's got the most creative or unique island to win that month's crate key. That's about it, guys. Again, this is Mr. Data. Thank you for joining the Dataverse. Y'all have a good night.